beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Good morning and happy Saturday, July 13th. A legend was born today. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I love my birthday. It is honestly my favorite day in the world. Might sound narcissistic. I don't care. Out of any holiday, it's my favorite time of the year. I think for the longest I did hate my birthday because it's in the summer. Like, I don't really get my friends to join me because most people are busy in the summer doing vacations and whatnot. But it's my day. Like, why wouldn't I like it? I'm sorry. Oh my god, wait, this is so tilted. Today's video is going to be a little bit different and interesting. I was going through ideas like doing something different for this particular video blog, whatever. I figured, the internet doesn't really know me that well, so maybe I should do some fun facts. And then it occurred to me, why not challenge myself and find 26 fun facts for my 26th birthday? And I am dumb. I will be the first person to say today, whenever they ask for a fun fact at an event or an icebreaker activity, I never know what to say. Never. It's like I forget who I am. And then I decided to go ahead and do 26. With that said, I would appreciate if you like and subscribe, because it took me a lot of time actually to find these 26 facts about myself. And if you relate to any of them, comment down below. Let me know. Anyways, let's get started. Got my iPad ready. Wait, I need my pen. Oh, that's not. Fun fact number 1. My entire name starts with the letter A. If you didn't know by this point, because I make it known everywhere I go. My name is Adriana Alejandra Aquino Andino. That's my full legal name. I was always made fun of because of it. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. Cuando voy pa PR, siempre autoridad de conductores alcantarillados. But here in the States, it's AAA. It bothered me when I was young a lot. But then I just learned to embrace it. At the end of the day, it's my name. And it's a beautiful name. Duh. I'm always questioned about my nationality. Nobody knows I'm Puerto Rican, apparently. I know it's hard to assume. You can't just assume, but the people that do never assume correctly. I'm either Colombian, Dominican, I've gotten Indian, which I don't blame them. But also, I remember working back in college at the retail store I worked at, and I had this one girl, she seemed Middle Eastern. She seemed Middle Eastern and asked me, "Oh, are you Hindu?" Hindu. I think that's Hindu. I only know how to say it in Spanish. Are you Hindu? And I'm like, no. It's mainly just face. Once you get to know me and you hear me speaking Spanish, it's obvious. But physically, I don't look Puerto Rican, apparently. I didn't speak fluent English until I moved to the States. I moved to the States about 6.5 years ago. In Puerto Rico, we do learn English. Our entire school, we learn English and Spanish in school side by side, but we don't get the conversational aspect. I'm speaking of my own experience. Most people around me didn't really speak English fluently to have a conversation on the regular. When I came to the States, that's when I was actually forced to speak English a lot, and that's how I learned, by speaking the language. When I first came here, I did not feel comfortable at all. One of my first classes when I moved here in college was statistics, and when I tell you I was so lost, I'm really proud of how far I've come with my English, because I remember not being confident at all, and nowadays I'm not confident in either language. Now I go back home and they think that I was raised in the States. And I gotta correct them. Yo soy puertorriqueña de pura cepa, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Perdón, Cupey Bajo, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Get it right. I am cousin of a Puerto Rican boxing legend. You heard that right? I got boxing in my bones. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. My grandfather's last name is Trinidad. So I'll leave it at that. I have extreme social anxiety. If I'm being truly honest, sometimes I feel like I'm living a double life because I can be socially out there sometimes, but for the most part, and I'm not talking just like ordering pizza on the phone. You know, I get so anxious in social gatherings. I would get depressed because I couldn't socialize like other people. I would go to parties and just stay in a corner by myself because I couldn't be with my friends while they were socializing. Slowly, as I've gotten older, I think I've learned to know way better where my social battery is, if that makes sense. And if I need to remove myself, I'll do so. But I can hang, you know? I think I've grown more secure of who I am, and I think that's helped too. I was always the tallest when I was growing up. It's not a surprise. I am tall in general. I am 5'10" because I just went to the doctor and apparently I grew 2 inches. But if Disney asks, I'm 5'7". I have a very short torso and very long legs. What can I say? The genes. I love being tall. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm like, you know, I wish I was able to get carried away just because. But no, I love being tall. Like, I skipped my senior year. Correct. You heard right. She was smart. And I say she was because... I'm kidding. I'm still very smart. I think I am. I'm book smart. Some socially and street smart. I'm a little deficient on that. But I'm very book smart for sure. We do like las pruebas puertorriqueñas. I don't know how to say that in English. It's like 4 tests. It's English, Spanish, science, and math.
My junior year, I got, and so when I took them on my senior,
when I took the test on my junior year, I got 3 above averages. One of them, I was missing 1 point. I lost the above average by 1 point. Those qualifications got me to graduate early. Maldita sea estos aviones. By the time these people leave, I'm gonna be here all day.
One eternity later.
Like I was saying, the school that I was in called my mom and they asked us to come in to talk to the principal. It was literally 2 days before I started my senior year. They asked me if I wanted to graduate early, and I was like, yeah. We all know senior year is just a repetition of everything. I didn't want to waste time, so I just graduated. And I went to college. I somehow, that's on a whole nother blog, but I somehow managed to sign up for college in 2 days. Oof. I was supposed to graduate with a triple bachelor's degree. I'm an overachiever, and I know that. Back home, back in the day, credits in our public university were very cheap. We initially signed up to do a bachelor's degree in theater. My mom was obviously, as every theater mom does, she was like, oh, you need to pick something else. You need to pick something else. And then I told her, okay, maybe I'll go into journalism. Journalism has a few degrees, either like radio and TV, like the background work, or journalism, like actual reporting. And I was like, I don't know what I want, so I guess I'll try both. So I just signed up for both. And I was, for 2 years, I was studying to finish a triple degree. When I came to the States, a lot of those classes did transfer, a lot of them didn't, and that was also more expensive, so I couldn't continue a triple degree, which was fine. I still managed to get a double degree. What can I say? Overachiever by heart. I am a morning person. I don't know what it is. After a certain time, I can't function. I'm all for waking up at 6 a.m., doing everything in the morning. I think by 5, honestly, I'm done for the day. I'm done. Growing up, I wanted to be a doctor, not an actress. I have the most distinct memory of when I was in kindergarten. It was like a, how do you call those? Like profession day. We had to wear the clothing of the profession that we wanted to be when we grew up. And I told my mom I wanted to be a doctor. I remember like having a whole coat and like my little telescope. I can't be a doctor, clearly. For the longest, that's what I wanted to be. And then in 4th grade, we got asked again and we had to do a whole presentation on it. And that's, I remember having a whole existential crisis and deciding finally that I wanted to be an actress. Ooh. We had to wear an outfit too, and I had a whole 1920s dress. That was a dream. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I was dressed as. I just told my mom, I want to be an actress and I need a dress for this presentation, and I did it. I didn't grow up listening to musical theater. I have breaking news. I'm not a theater kid. I don't consider myself the most expert person in musical theater, and I think I've always been very intimidated by actual theater kids that know every single musical. I never grew up in that environment, so when I was growing up, I was honestly mostly listened to ballet music because I was doing ballet since I was 4. Where I never really knew about musicals until I was in high school. Now as an adult, I like musicals, don't get me wrong. I have my favorites, I listen to them, but I'm not the type of person that's like, musical theater, you know, what's obsessed. I didn't watch my first musical until I was 20. It was actually in the Heights at the Orlando Shakes. I only watched it because it was an assignment for school and I didn't know anything about the show. Can you believe that? 20 years old, I didn't know about In the Heights. I remember watching that show for the first time crying because I never felt so represented until then. I remember leaving that theater and saying to myself, like, I'm gonna do the show and I'm gonna do so many shows after that. Like, this is what I want to do. I had 2 jobs while in college. I remember auditioning for the musical theater program, and they were very adamant about having to give the school full-time availability, and they didn't encourage you getting jobs outside of the program. And in my mind, I was like, are you crazy? Like, how am I even going to pay for school? Obviously, some people are more privileged to not need a job during college, but I wasn't, so I had to work. I was working 2 retail jobs while going to school full-time. And I'm when I say full-time, I mean like almost 24 credits a semester. But it was probably one of the hardest experiences. I had to isolate myself from friends. I was determined and I was very busy. I wish it would have been a different experience, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? I don't know. But I'm still grateful. I'm still grateful for my journey and the fact that I was still able to perform after college, you know? That's what mattered at the end of the day. I can't live without a cup of coffee in the morning. Is it an addiction? Maybe. But I'm not complaining. I don't do more than 1 cup a day, I promise. But I still need my cup, period.
I need to update you all on this. I just went to the doctor and he said that I couldn't drink coffee anymore. So let's just say I've been a little bit cranky. I can for sure feel the withdrawals, but I will make it do because it is my health and my health is important.
I worked an MLM during the pandemic. I think MLMs got really big right before the pandemic started. And I signed up, I think I signed up a week before everything shut down. I know a lot of people have thoughts about MLMs and like if they're a pyramid scheme or not. I'm not here to defend it, but my experience, it is a lot of work, and I think a lot of people, especially in the pandemic, just saw easy money. But I liked my time. And I think I met a lot of good people. It gave me a lot of like social media practice too. It was something that I was able to do in the meantime while everything ceased. My mom dislocated my elbow when I was young. What my mom said, I don't remember all of this, but what my mom said is that we were going to the doctor, to the pediatrics. I was running around and she just happened to grab my hand. And you know us babies, like we're fragile. When she was trying to pull me aside, she ended up dislocating my whole elbow, and we ended up having to leave the pediatric to go to the hospital. Yeah, my biggest inspiration is my mom. Oddly enough, the woman who dislocated my elbow is my biggest inspiration. I've had conversations with people about who their biggest inspirations are, like, you know, big artists and celebrities, and I honestly, the only person that comes to mind is my mom. My mom has gone through a lot, to say the least. She is the definition of strong ass female, period. I love you, mommy. I know I'm a pain in the ass, but I still love you. She is a pain in the ass too, let's be clear, but that's another conversation. My favorite color is red, but I don't use it at all. That's so weird, right? Like, I love red. I truly love it. I see it and I love it, but I can't seem to use it. I have the one red dress, and it's my favorite dress, or the most comfiest dress. I find that so weird, but I still love it. I still love it. Okay, I love it. Coming this way. Pero estoy grabando. Oh, también para. My social anxiety is hitting, so I have to leave. I can't handle recording in front of people, clearly. That's another fun fact, I guess. Let me finish this real quick, because we're almost done. I promise, we're almost done. 26 facts. Oh, that's not the password. Never knows the password. That's another fact. Dream roles. It's hard to just have a dream role. Honestly, the dream would be to just open my own Broadway show. I said it. I said it. But if you were to ask me, out of the current repertoire, my true dream role is being Anita.
So over here we have your game room and fridges that you can stock up with drinks, and the windows that open up to be
Rude. My true dream role. Ay, Dios mío, no me gusta. Okay, I'm just gonna stand up here. My current dream role is the Schuyler sisters in Hamilton. Like, Angelica, like, tell me. Like, look at me. I'm a sister, okay? I just look like a sister. But the one role that I want to do, and after that I can retire if I want to, is Anita in West Side Story. I don't gotta explain that one. I just like to live in America, okay? My most favorite role ever, Esmeralda in Hunchback of Notre Dame, at the Athens Theater last year. That role is a testament of everything that's possible for a female. You do everything in that role. You die, you live, you dance, you sing, you act, you get assaulted safely with consent. But I love the challenge. The most challenging role that I ever had was actually with Carnival when I was doing the Witch Queen in Soulbound. You know, you just don't know how challenging a role is gonna be until you actually go into it, because you're moving side to side, you're dancing, you're singing the biggest songs ever. You're singing Beyonce, you're singing Chaka Khan, you're singing Aretha motherfucking Franklin. But I can't complain. I think doing that role honestly made me a way better performer. And hopefully I can go back and do it again, because I really loved it. I truly loved it. Even with the challenges, I really loved it. My biggest fear is falling down the stairs in public. My first time twisting my ankle was going down the stairs. And I think after that, I'm very conscious of it. And now with everything that I have, it's like an actual fear. My biggest pet peeve is fake people denying they're fake. I said it. I can appreciate somebody that's real. If you don't like me, you don't like me, and that's it. We can be cordial and you don't like me. But when you are going the extra limit to seem like you like me, you know, and then you go around and talk shit, oof. It's something about fake people and I have to walk away. Like, I don't know if it's an instinct, but I just know. And then when I find out about what you're doing in the back, like I'm usually 100% right. So faker's gonna fake, and hater's gonna hate, and I'll just be shaking. Shake it off. My first car was my dream car. I don't know who didn't have the green Volkswagen Beetle with their Barbie dolls, but when I tell you that was my dream car for the hottest second. When I moved to the States, I needed a car. There happens to be a car for sale. It was this beautiful cream beige Volkswagen Beetle. I said, this is the American dream. Long story short, I might have wrecked it, but it's okay. We've moved on. Did I let it? I have the worst habit of cracking my bones. If I haven't gone to you and done this or this, then you're not a homie. It's something like I have to wake up and I have to crack it off. I know some people don't like it, but I just have to do it. The last but not least fun fact, there is no day that I will not randomly break into song. For somebody that doesn't breathe and sleep peaceful theater, I have a playlist of songs here ready to unload on you, okay? It can be a word, it can be something, it can be anything, a person, and a song will just come out of my mouth and I can't stop it. We have 26 fun facts. Thank you. Now I have a list to reference when I have to do one of those icebreakers. Now you know me way better. I encourage you to make a list of fun facts just so you can have it. You never know when you need them. I'm going to close the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you made it this far. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell so you can be here on time. Follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok. I'm always there sharing and posting and being me. Comment below, say happy birthday, don't be a stranger. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next Saturday.